Hey everybody, it's Big Andrew here, coming to you from my garage gym on a cool evening. Sun's going down and everything, so it's kind of dark in here. Not my normal, daylight. um, Little thought from the bench for you. Just finished a short workout, real intense workout, a lot of high rep stuff. Trying to keep up with high rep things right now. With limited time that I have, I want to make sure that I get good quality reps, but I want to get plenty of them, stay conditioned. Soon I hope to start training for competition and having time to train for competition. Right now I'm just trying to get back in shape so that I can do that. Running into obstacles with that and everything. And one of those obstacles is equipment. Honestly, I don't have access to the same equipment that I had before. See, this time last year, I had 2 gym memberships and a home gym. Things were looking up. I was training at a local gym where I was a personal trainer for a few years, and then I just kept my membership there. After I left, I offered to pay for it. I wasn't going to take advantage of them. I don't think they would have charged me for it. We had a really good relationship, but I was going to pay for it out of my pocket to get to the opportunity to work there and use their equipment. I found it to be only fair, since I wasn't contracted with them anymore, to pay for it. The other gym membership had more of the strongman style equipment that I needed and liked to train on: yokes, logs, stones, heavy sandbags, all that stuff. And they had a good powerlifting setup too. If I needed to do certain heavy movements, it worked really well to use things like their monolift and stuff. And I loved working out there. I loved working out at both those gyms, and they were both great people. I have nothing but good things to say about either one of those gyms. That was this time last year. Things have taken a turn, and I've shared about it in other podcasts, so I'm not going to rehash everything. But, I lost a pretty good job, really through no fault of my own. They just decided they weren't going to let me work there anymore. And I disagreed with their decision, obviously, but they let me go. And so I had to cut back. The only work I was able to find has been part-time work, and it's been several part-time jobs, very, very part-time jobs. Sometimes aren't even total a full 12 hours, more than 12 hours a week. In some of these, and every once in a while I might get 16 to 20 hours a week in some of these. And I have a family. I've got 4 kids and a wife, and take care of the bills and stuff like that. We had to cut way back. We got rid of streaming services that we had that we really enjoyed, and I don't have a gym membership anymore. I only work out on my limited home gym equipment. I don't have, like I said, access to all the same equipment. I don't have access to the same kind of lifting that I did at the other places. A near infinite amount of weights and everything. So I have to get creative. I have to be real creative in what I do. And it's forced me to think about things, differently and change the way I do stuff. I'm working and trying to do more with less. I have less now than I've had in a long time. Years, 4 years or more, probably. And it's not easy. It's downright tough. Matter of fact, at the gyms, my squats are pretty good, squatting over 500, and I was about to get back up towards 600 before my shoulder surgery. I was trying to stay in about 530 to 550 range. I didn't really go too far, but my plan was to get back over 6 by the end of this year. It's not going to happen. Part of that is I don't have that much weight in my home gym. I have done with bands and stuff 600 or more, but I just don't have that much weight in my home gym. I don't. My mobility is not there, but that's coming. Mobility in my shoulder, and I don't have the access to the same amount of food that I had when I had a good job, and everything was kind of going in that direction. I've had to cut back on things that I eat and focus on really just what's very important. The bare minimum of what I absolutely have to have. It's made things difficult for me. It's made things difficult for me. It's made things difficult for my wife and kids too, but I have to prioritize them. If I go without a meal so that they can have a meal, which, believe me, if I go without one meal, my entire family could probably eat it. Or at least my kids. I may not feed all four of my kids and my wife, but like I eat a lot. And it comes with the territory. When you're a big, strong, handsome guy, sometimes you got to eat, stay that way. I want to help you figure out how to do more with little, how to get by maybe with little. Maybe you won't be able to do more with less or do more with little, but get by with little. Use your brain, use the reasoning ability that God gave you to do enough with little. It's not easy right now, the government being shut down. And I know there are people who might see this video who count on a certain level, whether it's a little bit or a whole lot or all of their monthly maybe grocery budget or other things. They trust the government to help provide that. And the government's there to help us. It's there to help us. It works for us, the American people. That's the way the American government works. And food stamps and housing and all these other things. I know the big thing right now is food stamps, and then of course insurance and stuff, but that's another, we won't talk about that. We'll just talk about the food stamp thing. It's difficult for a lot of people. And I want you to know I understand. If you watch this and you're somebody who might struggle because of this, I understand. I understand what you're going through. I have kids. I have to feed them. I have to buy the pull-ups. I have to buy the socks and the shoes and the underwear and the school books and the activities and stuff. I have to do that. My kids don't play sports or not involved in martial arts or any kind of clubs or anything, but it takes time and gas to get them back and forth to the free activities like at the library or any other social things. It's not easy to deal with that. So I understand, and to have to make the decision: do I pay for gas to take my kids to the county's 4-H meeting, or do I pay for gas so that I can get to work, maybe run a few Ubers or DoorDash or something like that to make a little extra money to pay for pull-ups, diapers, wipes, soap, toothpaste, you name it. I know what that's like. I fully understand what that's like. And I want to help you get through that. And I want to encourage you. So I want to give you a few pointers. Number one, it is very important to do your best to not stress. When you stress, you knock hormones and stuff out of whack. Your body doesn't digest your food properly. You might get hungry. You might not get hungry when you need to. There's all kinds of things that happen when you over stress about things beyond your control. So do your best not to stress. That's number one. Number two, do your best to define what you know is in your control. Do your best to define your little circle of control. Now, your circle of control is not as big as you think it is. You can control your attitude. You can control your thoughts. You can control your activities. You can control your responses to things. You can control that. You can control your punctuality to work. You can control your work ethic. You can control these things. That's up to you. You cannot control what that idiot in Congress is doing, or what some moron in the Senate is doing, or what the idiot on Facebook is saying about this or that or the other that affects you and it offends you. You can't control it. You can't control other people's ideas judging you if you're on food stamps. You can't. You can't. There are a lot of people on food stamps who are genuinely good people. They're not lazy sacks. There's a butt ton of lazy sacks out there who milk the government like it's some sort of giant cow, and they're just squeezing all into their little bucket so they can go out and they can buy their zebra cakes and their oatmeal cream pies and their ice cream and their all the crap that's not good for them. And like they're gonna live off of macaroni and cheese and microwave chicken nuggets and fries from the freezer section at Walmart, and that's all they eat. Heaven forbid that they grab a piece of fruit or buy quality proteins with that. Heaven forbid that they take the time to soak and cook dry beans instead of canned beans. Canned beans are fine. They taste good and they're good for you, but you're going to get the metals from that can in the beans. You're going to get problems with that. Now, you don't know how long those beans have been there. You don't know what's in there really. You look at the label and it might say some stuff, but really, canned beans are easy. They're quick. You could buy frozen beans or fresh beans cheaper sometimes. Bags of dry beans are cheaper than cans of beans because they last longer, and put a little extra work into them. Make quality proteins for yourself. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. One thing you can do on a lower budget to help you do better with less is to prioritize things like proteins and fats. Prioritize those things. Prioritize them in your own diet, and then prioritize them in your family's diet. If you have children, prioritize them in your family's diet, your kids' diet. Give your kids eggs. Oh, my kids won't eat eggs. That's your problem, all right? And if your kid has some kind of aversion to eggs because they're a picky eater, you put eggs in front of them until they eat it. Eventually, they'll get hungry enough to eat that sucker, all right? So you're the parent. You teach them how to eat. That's your job. That's your responsibility. Oh, my kids don't eat anything but the frozen chicken nuggets and French fries and ketchup. You're killing your child, and you're gonna give them dementia and all kinds of other things when they grow up. You're poisoning your kid. Okay? The reason your kid is a picky eater and that's all they eat are bull crap nuggets from the frozen section, it's not because you're a bad parent. It's because nobody told you that you are the parent. And you have to tell them, no, this is not enough. Educate your kids. Tell them, this is what's important. You don't eat just because you need food. Your kid has ADHD in school. I'm a substitute teacher part-time at the school. I see kids with all kinds of mental health problems. And I guarantee that these kids with ADD, ADHD, or whatever, the anger issues, was it the kids that just won't listen, the defiance disorder or whatever it is, you know what? Their parents are feeding them crap from McDonald's and giving them Cokes and stuff like that all the time. Like, oh, they're a kid, they'll burn it off. It's not just sugar. There's crap in that stuff that's going to harm your child. If that's all you give them, you are causing more damage than you think you are. And Chick-fil-A, just because it's grilled or because it's the Lord's chicken, is not any better. Okay. You need to make some hard decisions. You need to find a way to work with the little that you have or the less that you have right now. I'm not trying to preach at you about this, and I'm not trying to get on to you about this. I'm not trying to yell at you about this. I want to help you. And the way I'm going to help you is to tell you straight. And this is from somebody who is a parent of 4 kids, who has worked his butt off so his wife can stay at home and watch these 4 kids and do everything a mom and a wife should do to take care of her family. I'm not against working moms. I got no problem if a mom works outside the house for whatever reason. Maybe she's a single mom, or maybe she just likes to work. I don't do it. Okay? I'm not judging you. You've made your decision. That's what you want to do. Do it. That doesn't mean you're a bad mom, and it doesn't mean you're a good mom. It means that's your decision. It's your life. You make that decision. It doesn't affect me. So I'm not going to judge you for working, and I'm not going to judge you for not working. If you're a dad and you're not working, I am going to judge you. You're a jackass. You need to get your butt up and go do something for your family. All right? Everybody else, I want you to know, I am telling you this because I am there and I have been there. If you don't educate your children on what's important, if you don't talk to your kids at dinner time, if you don't feed your kids what they need instead of just what they want, stop throwing little Debbies at them instead of bananas and pears and carrots. Stop giving them the processed Go-Gurt bologna in those tubes. Instead, getting really good quality yogurt that you mix yourself and give to them. Put your fruit in there, your flavors in there, your honey, your local honey in there. That's good. And I tell you what, if you were to buy a big tub of good quality yogurt, you read the ingredients. If it says anything besides yogurt, don't buy it. Good quality yogurt, get yourself some local honey. All you gotta do, a couple spoonfuls of yogurt, drizzle a local honey, bam. That's all you need. You got protein, you got carbs, not a lot of protein, you got a little protein, but you get fats, you're gonna get all kinds of great minerals and stuff for your gut biome, and your gut's gonna feel better. You're gonna have to learn to make some hard decisions. Some of those hard decisions are gonna require you to stand up to your own kids. You don't have to tell them everything, but you might want to be honest with them. Say, hey, listen, we're having some issues right now. And we're trying our best. So we're going to prioritize what's important. We're going to get some quality protein in your diet. We're going to give you some butter or something, some quality fats in your diet. And we're going to do what we can to make sure that you have what you need. That's all you got to do. And then focus on that little circle of things that you can control. Your attitude, your ethics, your responses. Like I said, I tell you this, not trying to judge you, but because I have been there and because I am there now, I understand. Now, if anybody in Congress sees this, I want you to know right now, I don't like you, probably. Some of you guys in Congress are standing strong on really good principles. And you're not letting the radicals on either end influence you or bully you into making this decision. Good for you. But for the Chuck Schumers that are out there holding the American people who pay your freaking salary hostage because you don't like the person that's in the White House, or you're not getting some crazy pork fund for some ridiculous transgender surgery in Saudi Arabia, which we all know is actually lining your own pockets because transgender people in Saudi Arabia are probably getting killed. If you're that person or one of those people, your days are numbered. One of these days, your constituents are going to wake up and your butt's out of there because you hurt them. You deserve to be fired. I went into the hospital where I work part-time and I said, you know what, lab's closed today. I don't like what that nurse over there said to me. I don't like what the hospital administrator said to me. I don't like what a coworker said to me. I'm offended. I'm not going to do my job, but I'm going to collect a paycheck. I'm going to come in and close the lab today. I'd be out of a freaking job faster than you could sneeze. You work for me. You, Congress, get your act together. Do your job. Pass the budget that I pay into. You better do your job. For all the people out there who aren't part of Congress, who may see this, I support you. I stand with you. I understand. If you're out there trying and you're struggling, I get it. Keep your focus. Keep looking for the right things to do, and keep your little circle of control very tight. Focus on those things. Make some hard decisions. You'll make it. All right.